Jartan, you're on intros because you've been missing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bin Podcast. It's me, Jartan, and I know I've been absent. But I have good reasons to. I don't know why that just happened, but it did.
You stole an adult female.
Yeah. She's here under her own free will. I promise.
All right.
Twice.
Blink twice. Brenna, you're muted. So anyway,
Hey.
Children, it's Bin's Day. It's Thursday. It's been a long week, and since nothing's going on, we're just going to cancel the show because whoops, kids. We're not gonna have a show. It's been a slow news week. We have nothing to talk about. Brenna doesn't have any topics. Wayne doesn't have. Oh, fuck that. It's been a lot. It's been busy. It's been real busy. But first of all, Brenna, how you doing, love?
Surviving.
Is it cool?
Surviving?
It's just I've been surviving. I lost my best friend last week. So a couple weeks ago. So I've been surviving basically. Not great, but I've had my ups and downs like anybody else does. So I'm here. This isn't up for me. So I'm glad I'm here with my boys.
Oh no. So that means you fools better behave this week.
I'll do my best, and I have been walking around this whole week in the snow, singing, "We don't have earthquake, we don't have wildfires, we don't have earthquakes, we don't have wildfires, we don't have earthquakes, we don't have wildfires, but we have this white shit that keeps falling from the sky."
Hold on. I know you don't have earthquakes, but is Sweden/Norway, are y'all volcanic too?
No. That's Iceland,
I
man.
was about to say, I know there's some snow people up there that got some earthquakes for a totally different reason. Evacuate
all right.
Iceland. Run.
Run.
So
if you have the opportunity to look at the Earth globe, what Mike is talking about right now is Iceland, which is not even fucking attached to Europe.
Did you just say the Earth globe?
The Earth globe.
What you call like a
The
fucking
round
globe?
thing, and it's got the
That you
stuff
spin
on
that you
it.
had when you were a kid, and you pointed to different countries.
It's just a globe.
to be fair,
Oh, okay,
Jartan,
sorry.
you might as well call the ocean the big blue wet thing. Like,
Yeah, the big blue one
we
thing. Yeah.
knew what you meant. It was just a weird way of saying it.
Oh, sorry. Was it lost in translation? Because I'm the only one here who has
It
like
was just an earth globe.
English as my fourth fucking. It's just a globe. All right. Look at a map or a globe, and Iceland's not attached to any continent at all. It's a fucking island.
Are you sure it's an island or is it a peninsula?
No, it's an island.
Hey, you know what?
Greenland's a peninsula, you twat.
You know what? I hope it fucking shoots lava directly onto your fucking car. How about that? I hope everyone else is fine and it hits your fucking vehicle specifically.
Dude, I
Just
fucking drive a
one tire.
Volkswagen.
One tire.
I
you lose
drive
tire.
a fucking. drive a Volkswagen Passat from 2015. I dream this dream every night of a volcanic rock just flies across my face.
Jartan, go and drive it now. Go and drive it now. Let's see how you get on.
Yeah.
There's quite a few trees around here.
Oh,
Not for long.
not enough cars.
You're gonna mow them down with that Passat.
There's a lot of trees, but not enough cars in them. So there you go.
Yeah.
You have a job
Yeah.
to do.
It's
Merry
harvest-
Christmas,
it's-
everybody.
It's winter in Sweden, which means it's harvest time for all the trees. So you
Car-
put
car-
Volvos and Mercedes down. One at a time.
Cars in Sweden are basically baubles at this time of year.
If all of you unmentionables people, let me get on with my intros. Wayne, how you doing?
I'm all right.
All right, Mikey, how you doing?
Haven't slept in 8 months, but yeah. Hi.
Told ya, again, it's not easy.
Can
I do-
objection, Your Honor? When did the defendant ever say that kids were easy?
Ooh, dude, yes. This is the fun part because we've been doing this for 5 years, and you and me and Wayne, we actually had a fucking rail off where we rage quit a stream like 3-4 years ago, where you tried to give us parental advice. It was absolutely hilarious, and this is going to bite your nails so fucking hard in the back ear. But yeah, you basically said you just have to do this.
And pull up the link. Pull up the link.
Oh,
bet you
dude,
I bet you I'm dead on.
Yeah. Wait, you remember this conversation, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am gonna find you the link. I am gonna post it, and it's gonna be in the description by the time it's on YouTube. But I can't fucking be bothered doing it because right
I
now,
was gonna say, can you be asked?
I was like,
Because
I was
what
trying
I'm
to throw
gonna
it off
do
the fucking
now-
backboard for you here, buddy. Come on, man.
Yeah. what I'm gonna do now.
Mikey's like that. Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Wait. While Brenna, who has a very good first topic, is doing that, I am gonna make myself another very wintry, very good drink. It consists of Bailey salted caramel, a little bit of bourbon, coffee, and whipped cream on top.
Hey,
So I'm gonna do that, and then
hey, you get to do that shit after your fucking topics. We got a show to run here. I don't care about your frothy drinks, coffee man. You got to do at least your first one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can
okay.
make one of these.
So are we doing?
floppy
So we're
copies.
doing my topics first.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I'm prepped
fuck
and
yeah,
ready
let's
for it.
do
That's
it.
why I'm pointing
Yeah.
at the trying to. I was trying to lead you into the thing, like, oh, you want to argue, Mikey? I was like, no, I was leading you into the thing, dingbat.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at
Speaking about
Jartan,
cars.
First week back, Jartan wants to have a fucking tear up.
Hey, he's trying to fucking rip me up. I'm like, dude, I'm throwing you the ball. Dunk it. Threw the ball back at me.
I might have missed that one. Talking about Elon Musk. So talking about Elon Musk, like we just did. This is the best segue ever, by the way.
That was a Elon Musk of a segue, right?
This isn't Segway. This is Tesla. That's different.
All right.
Oh, Brenna!
You have the
Brenna,
wrong company.
Brenna, absolutely
Jesus Christ, guys, pay
two-footed
attention. God
Absolutely
damn it.
two-footed
This
to
is
the
what
knee.
this is what I have to do. Everybody out there, I just let them argue until someone makes a mistake like that. This is not Segway. This is Tesla. Get
Well played.
get your transportation companies correct.
Oh, I need the more
I love you,
know.
Brenna.
I need the more you know right now. Oh, no.
Okay. So basically, what has been happening in Sweden over the last 2 weeks now is that every mechanic that services Tesla vehicles has been on strike because Tesla refused collective bargaining. For those of you who don't know what collective bargaining is that's what union. Yeah, so that's what union do when they set the floor for what they're allowed to pay you and what sort of social benefits they have to provide to you. And this is the floor, not the roof. This is the bare minimum that you have to get to work as a mechanic, right? It's how much you make hourly or daily, monthly or whatever. It's what kind of social benefits, pension benefits, and all that you get. And they actually call it the Swedish model because Swedish unions have been notoriously strong. They have umbrella organizations that they're all organized under. And this time it's IF Metal, which is the union that handles mechanics, that has said, because they've tried to get a collective bargaining agreement with Tesla for the last fucking 5 or 6 years. Tesla said no, because Elon Musk is anti-union. And now they've said enough is enough. They took out only 130 mechanics, which is basically the entire workforce that is specialized on Tesla in Sweden. After about a week, because IF Metal is under an umbrella organization which is called LO, which is basically an umbrella for a lot of different unions, started taking out other unions in strike, dock workers loading and unloading Teslas at the docks, paint shops, bodywork workers, all of these people have something to do with Teslas. They also prohibited, they also took out strike against the people who give out the license plate for new Teslas.
Really?
Because Tesla said, yeah. So the company that delivers the license plates for Tesla, who has the warehouse where all the license plates go through, they're also under the umbrella organization LO. So those workers are not allowed to touch anything that goes towards Tesla. So Tesla can't get the license plates for the new Teslas, so they can't deliver it to customers. And I understand, as a customer and as a Tesla owner, this is very inconvenient for you. But the reason that you have a Tesla in the first place is because you had collective bargaining when you started working. You had all of these things, right? We have to think about that 75% of the workforce are not company owners or independent contractors. They're employees under collective bargaining agreements, which gives you the bare minimum. Because collective bargaining only sets the floor, not the roof. So you can set, if you want to bargain a higher salary, you're free to do that, but they cannot bargain underneath that. They have to give you these things. So on an average, even though Tesla workers, the Tesla mechanics are the first ones who got in that, they don't have bad salaries, right? They have actually above the floor of the collective bargaining for all mechanics, they are actually above that. But when you look at the social benefits and all of the other stuff that goes into it, they lose about $2,000 a year.
Right.
Which
You've just lost the Americans because you said social benefits.
Yeah, but $2,000 a year might not sound like a lot, but if you work for 20 years, it's 40 grand of benefits, and then you account for inflations, we're actually closer to 80 grand of social benefits and so on and so forth. Also, a part of collective bargaining is employment security. And employment security is quite a big thing. They can't just fire you, they can't just get rid of you. Like they also, the employer has a responsibility towards you as an employee. So
Yeah.
when Musk tried to do this in Sweden with the unions that Sweden have and the very, very, very long tradition of sticking with the unions and letting the unions do the bargaining for you, he might have fucked up. Because of these umbrella organizations, it's not only those 130 mechanics that were specially educated by Teslas. Now it's dock workers. He can't get his license plates out because he tried to get cars from Denmark into Sweden and deliver them to his customers. But he can't do that either because he can't get the license plates on them. He can't get them registered, right? So he's basically stuck, but he won't give up. And this is Elon Musk in like, I'm right, you're wrong. I am not going to give up. I have so much money that I can just, keep on doing this forever. The strike fund for the LO is over $2 billion. Oh. They can pay their workers their full wage and having them do, because they can still do work on other cars. So they're still at work. It's not like they're going home and doing nothing, right? They can't just work. They just can't work on Teslas. All the Teslas are standing out in the snow. And we all know that batteries love standing out in the snow, right? Mm-hmm. They just love being out in the cold. For batteries that are idle and not doing anything, not charging, not being used.
Not staying warm.
Yeah. So
all them batteries need a cuddle.
Yeah.
And because Elon Musk also a couple of years ago made a special agreement with Scandinavian customers of his Tesla cars that because of the cold weather and, they change your batteries out for free if it happens within, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years of you buying a new Tesla, you get the batteries for free, right? The replacement doesn't cost anything. It's a warranty thing.
Yeah.
So, come on, Elon. Like, and I know. Sorry, I'll get you in a second, Wayne. But I know that why Elon is doing this, because he knows that if he agrees to collective bargaining in Sweden, there's going to be a lot of Tesla workers around the world going like, yeah, we want that shit too. We want those social benefits. We want that pay raise. We want to be secure. We want a decent fucking contract that just doesn't let you fire us on the spot like you did everybody at Twitter or whatever fucking company you're taking over.
God.
Like,
and even here, the Tesla factories of the various kinds have been going under because of the lack of people who want to work those kind of jobs, because we don't have union protections for Tesla. We don't, because we're not required to. So there are like the factory, I think it was a battery factory that was supposed to go up in Northern California ended up not, because I think there was a problem because there were they were forced, they wanted unions, or the people wanted to be part of a union with Tesla because he's anti-union. And then I think Nevada opened up a factory, and because they are not required to have unions. It's a weird. We have a very interesting idea because we don't require unions of large companies like this. There are actually a lot of states that don't allow unions.
Oh, wait.
How is that?
No. Stop.
It's called right to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get it. So if a company's of a certain size, you don't allow unions.
So
the question can't be answered the way it's being asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What you said. Sorry, I might have missed something. But you said something about a company of this size can't have unions. Was that what you said?
No. I said they're not required to.
They're not required to, but smaller companies are required to.
There are.
Sorry, can I just interject quickly? Isn't it state by state?
Let Brenna answer because
So Wine's right. It is state by state. So in California, we actually have government protections of unions. We have organizations built on creating and protecting unions. There are states that are called right to work states. Right to work basically means no unions. They don't want you to have unions. And guess what? They're usually conservative states, because conservatives realize that if there are unions, you do have collective bargaining, and you get good health care, you get sick leave, maternity, paternity leave, you'll get protection, you get employee protection of your job, holidays, things like that. And so there are states that do not who basically bust the government bust unions.
Right. Like
The
they're not gonna-
government sponsored busting unions.
So like when somebody tries to like at an Amazon plant in a right to work state tries to unionize because it's a right to work state, Amazon can just fire the whole lot of them and they have no legal recourse.
you can't do anything
Right.
about it. The
So
government protects the companies, not the workers.
Correct.
is there?
Wait,
Is
wait,
is
wait,
it-
wait,
is-
wait, wait, no,
no,
Not here in
'cause
California.
I've kept quiet for a bit,
You waited already.
right?
I just want you
No.
to explain how it works in the UK, dude. Like that's it.
Right. Okay. So, the question that I was going to ask was: are there any states in America that have maternal and paternal rights to leave? Like over here, we have you have like 9 months shared maternal and paternal right
No.
to
Protected
have
by
time
law,
off
not about union. Like that has nothing to do with your employment contract. That is protected by law in the UK and in Sweden, right?
yeah.
So that has nothing to do with
But
what
that's
we're
tied, but
talking about.
typically that kind of stuff is tied through employment here. It's through your
Yeah.
job that you get all that stuff. And your
So
union
what-
would be the people who would need to like argue for that on your behalf. And if you don't have a
Also-
union, you're probably not gonna get that.
Also, union busting is, I know, prohibited by law in the UK and it's prohibited by law in Sweden. So you are not allowed to say that you go on strike, right?
Yep.
You cannot take sanctions against the workers that want to unionize or take sanctions while they're on strike by law
No.
in UK or in Sweden.
No.
So what you're talking about is something that happened in the 40s and 50s before like the big industrialization and the big unionization. Actually earlier, like I think it's 20s and 30s when you had all the strikes. This is the reason also the English car industry went fuck belly up back in the
Yeah.
70s because they
Yeah.
went on strike all of the time and they couldn't compete with and they couldn't compete.
Can I speak to that? Can I speak to
Yeah,
that?
of course. Yeah. I'm talking about your country, so please.
Right. So basically, in the
Country,
Fuck
quote
you.
unquote.
We put the cunt in country.
That's quite funny, actually.
we basically had like
Wait a second.
unions that got like
We're gonna put that on a
too
t-shirt.
powerful. Shut the fuck up, you absolute cunt. Right, we had unions that got too powerful, and they were basically saying like, "Oh, lads, there's no tomato sauce in the fucking canteen. Right, we're out on strike." You know, and it literally got to that point where it was the silliest things to bring people out on strike, and if you went back in, you became a scab, and
They call them rats here.
okay, yeah, we call
Scabs,
it
rats, same thing.
yeah, scab. It's
Scabs,
same,
scabs is
yeah,
popular.
same thing.
We call them
But-
Americans.
You know, we can hear you.
Whoa!
All
Alright.
right.
All right. We
Thanks for
know
coming,
what we are.
Jonathan.
We don't need you to tell us.
Right. We're fine on our own.
We're aware.
We don't need
Thanks.
help.
But that's
You kind of do. But yeah. So
Go on.
wait. So we have all of these protective rights by law, right? But this is a thing that's different now from the last time.
You
like,
can't
we
park there,
had a
sir.
last time we had a big uprising on workers, like it was mostly domestically owned and operated companies. Now that we have this globalization of the world and we have Tesla workers and
Globalization.
Tesla actually owns the workshops and they own rights to some of the workers because they have to educate them into working on their vehicles. Like back last time we had this problem. Like if you went into a car shop and you left it, like Volkswagen didn't own a part of that worker's employment contract. Right? You just worked at a workshop, you got a car and you fucking fixed it. And yes, you were employed at somebody who serviced Volkswagen or or Audis, but now you actually own a part of an employment contract. So if you work at a workshop that service Teslas, you don't only service Teslas, right? There might be different brands into that. There might be Kias and whatnot. But you are one out, maybe three in the workforce that are educated to Tesla. So Tesla kind of owns a part of your employment contract because they own a part of the workshop that the garage that you work in.
This is kind of a bit of a round the houses kind of question.
Green grass grows all around and around.
Yeah, but you understand what I mean, right? This wasn't a problem 20, 30 years ago, where global companies own rights to a part of a workshop, like where
Ford dealerships had their own mechanics, and they had their own parts, and they had their own engines, like they had their own thing, and then their people made contracts to work on their shit. But now with Tesla needing people from other places, it's fucking up the contracts. Or the other way.
Yeah, because what you're talking about is cross pollination with all these different firms, which sort of contravenes everyone's contracts in the sense of you can do this, but you can't do that because of this, and that's where the problem lies.
They lose their leverage without that exclusivity.
Yeah,
exactly. So back like 20 years ago, right, in Sweden or Norway, where I lived 20 years ago, basically
Norway, that's what it is.
Oh wow! I think that's the most racist thing you've ever said.
I am on fucking fire.
Did you just make that up? Like it
literally
was never ever. Yeah. All right. Cool. You're very talented.
Thank you. I hope to visit your lovely lands.
Basically, about 20 years ago, you had a limited amount of car dealerships, right? Like you had the big four German ones. Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW. You had Volvo, you had Saab, and so on and so forth. But all of these, they had a dealership. And in that dealership, that's where you went to go and service your new car. As soon as the warranty was out, you could go into any dealership, because then they let go of the software, so everybody can get a hold of the software and get into the ECUs, and they could do stuff like that. After like 5 years, they usually open sourced their ECUs, so you could just do whatever the fuck you want to. But now that the world has gotten smaller. We have so many different, and we also have Teslas, and we have all of this. When you go into dealership, there's very rarely they only sell one type of car. They usually have 4, 5, 6, or 10 different. They sell Peugeots and Audis and all of this blended into one.
Must be a European thing.
It really is. It really is.
It's not a thing over here.
It probably is a very European thing, but like our BMW dealer also sells fucking Lancias and Kias
and minis.
Well, that's a BMW.
I was about to say those are the same thing. So we'll have like a BMW Mini maybe, but a Ford dealership has Fords, fucking bumper to bumper Fords, and then they might have like a used section, and then maybe you'll see like a Kia or like a Honda or something that somebody traded in. But
that's for trade-in, yeah.
Yeah, somebody traded it in, and then they're just trying to get some money.
And sometimes if we have a segment of a car company go under, so like Saturn, right?
Yeah.
Then
Mercury.
Pontiac. So that will either go to the parent company or the rights will be sold to somebody else in order for them to service and all that stuff. So like Saturn is different. They go to Chevrolet.
So
because Chevrolet is separate than other GMs. It's a weird situation here.
Yeah. So this is the weird thing is that Ford actually owns part of Volvo.
Yeah.
So Ford and Volvos are always sold in the same shop over here, right? And then all the VAG vehicles, you know what VAG is?
No.
Vag.
Yeah, VAG. So Volkswagen, Audi, oh Jesus Christ, Audi.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Please help me.
Skoda, all of that is VAG.
Bennett, I got you.
No.
No.
No, you're part of the problem.
Look at Wynn's like, I'll help fix this. No, you've done enough.
No, we're good. Thanks.
Your fingerprints are all over the place there, big guy. You're good.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because all of these cars are built on the same platform. But here's the deal, right? So when you have a relatively small manufacturer like Tesla, right? They can't, in a small country like Sweden, they cannot open in because it's quite a far away from northern Sweden to southern Sweden. They can't have in a reasonable distance a workshop that is designated only Tesla, right?
That would be impractical, right?
Yeah, so they have to buy in on different people, different brands, workshops, and then educate those workers, which basically means that they own part of, well, they rent or they own part of their employment contract as well. Like this is our designated Tesla technician, like 50% of his working hours is designated Tesla. Right. We own him at 50%. So he's on collective bargaining for 50% of his because that's Audi or who the fuck ever who pays that. But on the other side, you have Tesla, which doesn't do that. And if you don't have collective bargaining and you don't have pension rights on that, basically that means that for 50% of his, he does not get pension plan.
Sounds good.
Because Tesla.
That's like a partial employment. That's like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and then Tesla can just undo his employment with Tesla, but he still has a working contract with the employer that owns the whole fucking shop. But Tesla does not have to do anything about that. They can come and go as they please without any notice. And this is the problem. That's why Tesla needs to sign collective bargaining, because most of the technicians that work on their cars already have technician bargaining by the overbearing part of their contract.
Right.
But for the part that is designated Tesla, they don't have, which makes this a very, very messy deal.
Yeah.
Right?
So this
sounds
sorry,
very messy.
Brian. Sorry, Brian.
Well, I see that it's like one side is all for collective bargaining and they're going to take care of that part of the employee, but Tesla is going to leave everybody in the dust because it doesn't do that, because it doesn't like it, because it doesn't feel like it wants to. Because who gives a shit about the people that are actually keeping your cars going? Like that's basically what they're saying.
Yeah, but then we also see like people. I've read so many articles in the papers over the last few weeks about people like, oh, I can't get my Tesla served, right? I can't get it serviced. I can't get it. I can't get like this replaced, or I got crashed into 2 weeks ago, and now nobody will fucking paint my Tesla or change the panels on my Tesla because they're all on strike and they're not allowed to fucking work on Teslas. And I'm like, fucking tough shit. Get on the subway, get a helmet, and you know, buck the fuck up. Because the reason you could afford a Tesla, the reason you got a Tesla, you IT consultant frick you, is because
don't.
It's because you had collective bargaining. If you didn't have collective bargaining, right? They would have tossed you out as soon as you fucked up the first time on your job. You have been able to get the education that you have and all of the things that you have because of collective bargaining. Sweden is a prosperous country through the industrial revolution because of unions and because of collective bargaining, right? Socialism and making sure that everybody has what they need. We have a saying, everybody by demand, for everybody by ability, right? You pay as much as you're able to so that everybody can have what they need. That's the way it's supposed to work, and that's why we need collective bargaining. So I don't cry in the tears for the IT consultant in his Tesla that can't get his panels changed because he crashed it.
Right. Okay. You need to fucking wind your neck in a minute, because you're talking about all Tesla owners as a monolith. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. They may have,
wait. I just did, so obviously I can. So it
well, you're not
very well for me.
Well, okay. Well, then I'm going to push back on it, because every Tesla owner is not the person that you just described. You can't say that.
Och min ska krascha där.
Carry on being
Har du
a
pressat
dickhead.
interneten på min Mac nu? För att du är jätterolig. Är du säker?
And then talking to me in fucking hurdy-gurdy language. Fuck's sake.
All right. We need Mikey back.
Oh, it's all
There
right.
we go. Well, here, like I could attest that Tesla owners are usually very wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is,
but they're not all the same.
I'm not. I think the people who complain about not being able to get their Tesla serviced are not the ones thinking about the people, right? They're not thinking about the people that are involved in it. They're thinking about. So I think that's what he was saying, is that the people who are complaining are the people who don't understand what's going on and don't care. And so that's what he's saying. And we have that just the same here. So the wealthier people are the one who own Teslas, because owning a Tesla initially is a very expensive thing.
Yeah,
there's a lot of money that goes into buying it. And then we also have this idea that like everything, like the people who need the Teslas, the ones that will actually benefit most from driving electric cars. Let's call it electric cars. I don't want to call out just Tesla. There are many electric cars.
Go EVs. That's what we
call the electric cars, or the hybrids, or whatever. The people who will benefit from them, because in the long run they're cheaper, they're better for the environment. They're quieter. They're they can handle surface driving, town driving. Those people who would most benefit can't afford it because of the way that our crediting system is set up. So the people who are, because it's a weird system, but wealthy people pay less in the long run.
Which is a jacked up fucking system.
If you don't have money, you pay more. So
exactly. Oh, it's so
the people
annoying.
who benefit from these types of earth friendly, environmentally friendly cars do not have access to them. So yes, the wealthy people who are complaining about not getting, like, it's a wealthy thing.
Yeah. And
wealthy people don't care about the underlings as much as we all wish. Cause I can probably say that we are mostly middle class individuals here, especially Mikey and I here in the U.S. We are fairly middle class. We care about people who do the servicing. The wealthy people don't care.
I am one of the proletariat.
Yeah.
I am the working class.
Mikey Blue Collar, they call me.
Mikey is bourgeois.
The bourgeoisie.
I'm from the nerdwaji.
That's not even a thing. You can't say that.
I'm sorry, but when we're starting to talk bollocks, and my computer said, "No, I'm not having this." So
like
what were you saying, Wayne?
I couldn't. No, we were talking about how Macs are better than PCs. Remember?
No,
Yeah,
we're not. Please no.
I
I prefer moving on to a different
next link.
Yeah, I think we've had enough time.
Wayne's point was so bad that my computer mistook it for a virus and just shut the fuck down.
Thought it was COVID.
I corrected it.
I don't know where you dropped out. Like,
I dropped out. You said you were going to push back on the whole monolith of the Tesla owner.
Yeah. You can't say that a Tesla owner is a middle class person because they've just thrown them out to people.
No, okay.
You know?
So
speaking of throwing things at people.
Here comes the creep of the week. Ba, ba, ba.
Video shows a man in his underwear walking around the popular attraction.
Oh,
It's a
Lord.
Circus. Workers stopped the ride for about an hour.
No,
As
I have an
security tried
alibi.
to detain him at one point. You can see
Stop
the
your
26-year-old
shit.
took off all of his clothes and was wading around in the water near the ride's
This was
entrance.
actually about the time
Anaheim
Jartan
police
said that he wanted to visit California because of all the snow. So
Yeah, and he wasn't around last week. Mm-hmm.
that man was not blonde, did not have any visible tattoos, and he's way skinnier than I am.
Yeah, I was about to
Because
say,
it would
guys.
Yeah.
I get your jokes, but my man's got a body on. I mean, he might be balls to the wall crazy, but he's ready for hot boy Disney summer.
Yeah, that's
Mikey,
not me.
he might have had one of them body forming suits on.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Only thing that happens there is like I get
sure?
like
Hey,
8.5 fucking chins.
Hey, Wayne, you sure about that? I mean, they got a lot of pixelation over here. You sure about that? My man's
Guys, can we watch the whole thing?
To be fair, Jartan
Can
ain't
we
been
watch the
about
whole
for a bit.
thing and listen to what they say?
Okay.
Just,
Jartan
Detain him
ain't
at
it's
one
been
really
about
point.
for a
it's a
bit.
short
The
one.
26-year-old took off all of his clothes and was wading around in the water near the ride's entrance. Anaheim police eventually responded to the incident to arrest the 26-year-old for indecent exposure and being under the influence of a controlled substance.
Jartan Reen.
I
Yeah,
wonder
he
which
was
one it
26, so
was.
obviously
They won't
yeah.
tell. They won't say what controlled substance it was.
No,
Yeah.
obviously it was me because he was 26, like I am.
Oh, see what you've done. Now you've done it, Wayne. You've given him an out. Well done. Measure twice, cut once. Now, look, I'm not just going to be floating around as a 27-and-a-half-year-old for the next 37 years.
Have a look at this man's fucking boat. There is no way he's getting away with fucking 26. Look at the state of it.
Wayne, why can't you just speak English? You know, it
What
should
is
be
a boat?
every week.
I mean,
we
the
have
rides
to do
have
this.
boats on it, and he
Face,
obviously
face,
got out of
face.
the boat.
Boat
Face.
race.
A little boat. I don't know.
It's
But,
you know, say-
why would you just say a different word?
Even
for something
even
that's the same
Jartan
length
fucking knew what I
as
was
the
talking
word?
about.
It's the same length as the original word.
That's
You're
the
not
whole
saving
point of-
time.
Saying the
The problem
wrong
is
word.
that then you have to explain it, so it
That's the
actually
whole
takes
point of
longer.
Cockney rhyming slang.
That's not. Oh.
I say boat instead of face. How the fuck does that make any kind of logical sense? And you wonder why we threw your shit in a fucking harbor. You're
The
insufferable.
only way is Essex.
This is
The only
why
way
we
is Essex.
changed their language in front of them.
Yeah, because they didn't know what they were doing. Clearly.
They were just throwing words out there.
It's face.
They were using S's
Or
and
letter.
F's interchangeably.
Jartan got it straight away. Straight away.
That's because he's had to deal with you Middle Earthians over there.
He's from Middle Earth.
No, he's from Asgard, and we know
Asgard. Or
North
Narnia.
of the wall.
Or Narnia.
The wall.
Fucking wankers.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
is
that
it
was.
us?
Yeah,
Why are we the
I have
problem?
cats,
we're
by the way.
innocent in this whole thing.
Boat.
We
Fuck
can
off.
enunciate words.
Fuck off.
Hey,
At
Brenna.
least, Bob, to be fair, at least I pronounced my T.
And you know what, Brenna? He always pulls us up for like supercalifragilistic. You know what I mean? Like he gives us
Yeah.
shit for Dick Van Dyke. Meanwhile, he just says boat for fucking face, and we're the assholes. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Come on.
Just say face. It's okay.
What's wrong
Nobody's
with
gonna
face?
hurt
Oi,
you.
Oi, it's what I does.
You're gonna be
It's
safe
what
with
I
us.
does.
It's a safe. It's a safe space here. We can handle it.
Like they had to make a code word for face. Like who would do?
Shut up, Mr. Horseback.
I was taking a good look at her boat.
No, so
See,
here's
that to me sounds like the back end, right?
Yeah, like they're trying to be like fucking spies or something.
There we got the
Alright.
boat back
all right.
there.
So American people, you need to put down. So the reason I got this and you didn't is, first of all, I'm 26 and I'm down with the kids, so I speak, you know, the kids' language.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
Look
That's
at you,
the first
Zuma.
Oh my Jesus.
So I understand you.
I was born in
faces
07.
You know, that you boomers have a hard time hanging around us kids when we speak our slang
When we kickflip our Razor scooters.
and our boats.
Oh, Charlotte's going in.
I just had to. Fucking hell. You can't pull up a smash like this and don't expect me to hit it, mate. Like, fucking hell.
Anyway, back to California. I hope Gavin Newsom has some.
What? Are we done with Teslas? I was on a roll. Fuck, I want to talk more about
we're
that
done
shit.
with
All right,
Teslas.
fuck it.
Yeah, we're done.
Fist fights are not in the future. Please. Please keep your hands and arms inside the boat.
Zero's ready. You better
keep him invisible. Fucking.
and definitely.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's up.
I'm carelessly 26 years old, so.
And especially if you're at Disney World, make sure you keep your hands aside because there might be somebody
and
swimming in that
I'm
motherfucker.
still-
You might feel
I'm still
something.
in my offensively late 20s.
Dude,
That
imagine
water, by the way, not the cleanest shit.
You just go down Splash Mountain and there's just a dude on the bridge just waiting for you, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's been an itchy couple of days down there.
Mikey, you do know that
Wow.
Splash Mountain is closed, right?
Splash Mountain.
He'd be waiting there for a long time.
Yeah, it's closed. Dear.
But
It's been
my
me and
joke-
Ric Flair.
Can they open it up for my joke?
No, sorry.
All right.
You're not in charge of construction.
Well, Gavin Newsom is.
One of the most unusual debates of the
Yes, Gavin
2024
Newsom's in
election
charge
cycle
of
is set to
California.
unfold Thursday. After months of anticipation, California Governor Gavin
It's them,
Newsom
not me.
and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will meet for a 90-minute battle.
They're able to use their opponent as a foil, right? Newsom can use DeSantis to play to his base and talk about how progressive he.
Oh. The
Yeah.
old silver fox himself, Gavin Newsom, is taking on Shemp from the Three Stooges, known to many as Ron DeSanctimonious Santis, going down tonight at 9
So-
p.m. Eastern.
This
It is the rumble in the
so you all
jungle.
went.
Start talking
So
Hindi.
everybody with the internets, look up Kimberly Guilfoyle when she was with Newsom, and now look at Kimberly Guilfoyle now that she's with Junior. Two different people.
Brenna, did you just say internet?
Yes,
Yes!
that's
it's,
what it is.
Okay.
it's working. It's working.
What about this lady?
So when she was with Gavin Newsom, so when
Hmm?
she was married to Gavin Newsom, and then while she's now with Junior, Trump Jr. Like, she is two different people. I don't know what the conservatives did to her.
Oh,
I-
You do know she
not-
was married
Whoa.
to Gavin Newsom.
I almost said something. Anyway.
Yeah, she's two different people. Like, it was crazy. But
okay, I'm not comfortable
comment.
with this line of
yeah.
I'm not comfortable. But what I will say is like a progressive conservative isn't that like saying like I'm hot and cold at the same time? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
No one said that.
Who said progressive conservative?
I think you misheard.
Talk about how progressive he is. It says that on the screen. DeSantis to play to his base and talk about how progressive he is.
No,
he's talking about Gavin Newsom. Yeah.
Yes. I'll go back and do the whole sentence. It's It's in the middle of. Hold on, let me play it again.
Yeah, there we go.
DeSantis to play to his base and talk about how progressive he is and how well California's doing against Florida. And then DeSantis is...
See what I'm saying? So that they can...
Yes.
For election cycle is set to unfold Thursday. After months of anticipation, California Governor Gavin Newsom and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will meet for a 90-minute battle.
They're able to use their opponent as a foil, right? Newsom can use DeSantis to play to his base and talk about how progressive he is and how well California's doing against Florida. And then DeSantis is going to do the same thing with Newsom.
Local Democrats say Newsom is likely to hit DeSantis on issues like abortion and LGBTQ
okay,
rights.
now I'm really confused. Why are the governors of Florida and California having a debate?
Because DeSantis can't keep his fucking mouth shut. He challenged him.
Or you can watch the rest of the news reel on it.
Okay.
Basically,
DeSantis wants to up his polls right now because he's doing so poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And Gavin Newsom is like he's been on the rise when it comes to like Fox News, being on Fox News and being everybody's foil or whatever they call it. So there was a challenge that DeSantis and Newsom agreed upon, and it's going to be happening this evening in the United States of America. And I'm so excited.
I'm gonna paint my belly.
This is
so basically what we're talking about is...
I'm sorry.
Okay, so this has no merit to any election or any political battle at all. These are just two fragile male egos that need to hash it out on live TV.
So DeSantis is running for president right now he's running for the Republican nomination. So this is actually for his current political ambitions. But it also is setting up this idea that Newsom at some point may run for president at one time, and DeSantis is currently running for president. So there is this.
Hey, Gavin can run next year. Just saying.
Yeah.
He's become very popular.
Yeah, I understand that. I just don't understand the merit of the discussion between these two gentlemen and why we need to have a.
Actually, yes.
90-minute debate about.
So Fox News, who is hosting this, has actually called it blue states versus red states. So it really is supposed to be the amalgamation of Newsom representing blue states and DeSantis representing red states.
It's not polarizing at all, though.
It's such a Fox News thing to do.
It's the most Fox News thing I can actually think of. Hey, wait. Wait. Brenna, tell them who's hosting it.
Oh, so it's not just Fox News. So it's on Fox News tonight, but it's Sean Hannity who is actually running the show. You have no idea how excited I am about this because
oh, for fuck's sake.
I can't believe
it. The shit that will hit the fan is going to just be glorious.
So here's the thing, Shartan, because now you're gonna understand why. now he's gonna understand why this is happening. You cannot let fucking Ron DeSantis punk you out of a fucking debate.
This is so good.
You know what I mean? It's fucking
Right,
Ron DeSantis. You cannot let him punk you out of your fucking. You know, you can't. You can't let him do it. So you got to do it. And you just got to go slap him up a little bit. That's all. But you got to say, yeah, you can't let him punk you.
Can you two carry like just cover this debate?
Okay.
And then
wait,
Jaltan and I will look at it and go.
All right.
Fuck.
Okay. I have to go because my friend just arrived. But I want to show before I have to go for just a minute. I need to show you what people in Sweden do to their ATVs when it's snowing. All right. Just give me a second.
Oh,
I'll show you his
God.
ATV.
Put them in trees.
It's not a tree. It's not worth it. Oh my god. I like how they have a hallway coat room where you just walk into the before you walk into the house.
He just parks it in the yard. He's parking in the drift out front.
Who knows where the yard starts?
just leave it there, lad.
Driveway.
Until the defrost.
All right.
Okay.
Mikey, editorial note. Do you want me to log off for a bit and come back, or just shut the camera off? What's easier for your benefit? Or you just want me to leave the camera going?
That would be perfect. I can just disappear it like that.
Is that okay?
Yeah, just mute your mic.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in a bit, guys.
All right.
Jaltan, love you, bruv.
And I'll be back. I'm just sorry.
We'll see you in a
All
little
right.
bit.
Bye. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right, it's gone. Let's talk.
Fuck
about
off.
Okay. Well, the speakers are probably still on.
Good.
Yeah, who's that fucking silly Norwegian prick?
Oh my god. You guys, this debate is going to be fantastic because
Yeah.
they're going to give Ron DeSantis softball questions because it's Hannity. And Gavin Newsom is going to get what they assume are going to be like gotcha questions. But he's heard them all. It's going to be great. So they're probably going to talk about somewhere there is a bingo card set up for this debate.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
That'd be fun.
find that.
That'd be fun.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Man.
It's going to be amazing.
This is going to be a stinker.
Is there like
Newsom
a
is
bingo
literally
card?
gonna take Ron DeSantis and wipe the floor with him. Like
Is there
he's
a
going to take him by his hair.
Is there a bingo card app generator where you can just like take all the buzzwords, fire it in, and then like you can have like a freeway?
You missed that joke by like 30 seconds.
Sorry.
She literally just said that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's going to be somewhere in the ether. There are bingo cards that are ready for the debate. There's like 4 of them, I think.
So I'm thinking we should actually decide on a 5x5 bingo card, and patrons will get it sent out to them, laminated so they can reuse it.
Laminated.
You know,
wet, clean, great.
we'll have to have a poll or something to see what those 20 or 24. There's only 24 spots because the middle one is Hillary's emails.
Oh God.
All right. No, according to the ones that the LA Times have posted, woke is the middle.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
because that's a gimme.
good shout.
That's a gimme. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If they
there's
say
Diz.
we'll be drunk all night.
I mean, there's regular ones: Disney, taxes, fentanyl, drag queens, Special Olympics. What? Why would that be in here? 6-week abortion bans.
Oh, you've got different ones to us. I'd have to do a one over here.
What,
some
your
good ones
bingo
in
is different?
Your bingo cards are different?
Yeah. Because
sending migrants to California, San Francisco. Don't say gay.
Exactly. That's got nothing
Border
to do
state
with
governor. Critical race theory. Oh.
Our one would be like small boats.
Well, yeah, that will be different. I thought you meant like your cards are different.
Yeah, no, it'd be that the categories would be different.
There's no categories. It's bingo.
You know what I mean?
I don't, but okay.
Okay. Well, at what point would small boats come up on your bingo card? It wouldn't. Who the fuck's ringing me?
Will also try to be an advocate for
I have no
President
idea.
Biden.
When we're talking about providing the basics
I
like
can move that.
healthcare, infrastructure, new jobs, energy, those are the things that we have really focused on in California.
Right.
I know her name is not Honey Mahogany.
I've actually got to go.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
I'll see
go.
you in a bit.
Go,
See you in a
go.
bit. Bye. Bye.
Mute your stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
Having, the 5th largest economy in the world.
Oh, Lord, if I have to hear 5th largest economy one more time. Over and over.
The other side of the aisle, DeSantis
It's not part of the
supporters say
bingo,
Florida
so
governor
you're
will
fine.
attack Newsom for things like California's
will be.
declining population and its drug and homelessness crises.
Too
They
Photoshop.
believe the debate is a good way to showcase DeSantis' Florida model and gain momentum for his current presidential campaign.
The blueprint that he has in Florida seems to be working. The economy is good down
Yeah, for now.
there.
They're called
He's
bubbles for a
protecting
reason.
children in schools from what he believes is, not proper to be teaching them.
While both Newsom and DeSantis are expected to talk about the main issues of
Yeah, I don't know if you can count that as a virtue if you have some perceived threat against you. Like, you can't make up boogeymen and then just start indiscriminately swinging your arms about talking about some, self-defense. No, you're not under assault, dude. You're just being weird.
Yeah.
Like, knock it off.
the 2024 election. Many experts believe this debate is about a lot more than just that. They say it's a chance for both of them to solidify their long-term political goals.
Most likely, they're not thinking about running against each other in 2024, but maybe next time, right? Maybe sometime down the line.
No matter what side of the political spectrum you may be on, many think this debate will be one worthwhile.
Hey, he looks like Shemp. Maybe it's just if his part was over a little bit more. He looked just like Shemp.
I think it might be entertaining just because they are so different.
In San Francisco,
It is going to
St.
be
John's,
very entertaining.
This is going to be...
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Going to be sweet, sweet destruction is what it's going to be.
I'm excited about it. It's going to be a big deal. The only reason why it's going to be a big deal is because it's not going to change anybody's idea of either side,
Right.
but it is going to get the sound bites out. And I don't believe that Ron DeSantis will have good ones, because so far from the other debates that I've watched of him, he hasn't been very good at being the comeback, right?
Yeah, he's not the Johnny on the spot with the comebacks. Like, I'm not sure why.
I mean, they literally sound like somebody wrote them out for him, as if like he's kind of like reading it off a script. Like there's no quickness here. And I think he just doesn't have a lot of experience on that larger scale when it comes to debates, because like the small debates, like the governor debates or those smaller ones, they're not meant to be entertaining, right? They're meant to get the words out, right? But when you get to the presidential side of things,
yeah, you need to be the guy.
Those are entertaining.
Yeah.
Those are a show. And he doesn't have charisma in order to do that.
That's the thing he was trying to buy, but he just figured out who to pay.
Exactly. Well, it's hard when you're banning drag shows. They have charisma.
Yeah.
When you're,
you can't slay.
When you're against Disney and the characters and the people who are employed by them, they have charisma. You're not going to get what you want.
Like, how do you pick a fight with the single largest employer in your state?
They're the biggest landowner. They made Florida.
You're welcome.
Florida before Disney World went there was Miami.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everything else, you were either up there with farmland or you were in the middle with swamp. So
Delicious swamps.
So without Disney going there and developing the land there, half your state wouldn't exist.
And extracting billions of dollars out of the rest of the country and putting it into Florida. You know.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Like you do. Yeah.
But hey, fight with them.
Here,
I mean, I'm no Disney.
Here in California, we don't fuck with Disney. There's a reason.
Breaking news from the Hill. Hunter Biden apparently is now offering to testify before a House
apparently he's offering. This from Fox News.
Oversight Committee.
You can take off
if the committee
captions, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Get out of here.
Takes him up on the offer. It would be the first time he would appear under oath in a public forum. Fox News legal editor Carrie Kupak-Urban watching this story out of D.C.
This looks confused. He's confused about what's going on.
Wait,
am I reading this?
For this?
Is he allowed to testify? He's very upset about this. It would seem.
What do we know, Carrie, at this hour? Hello.
Good morning, Bill. So what we know so far, the committee had subpoenaed Hunter Biden back in November, asking him to come in for a closed-door deposition in December.
Ooh.
Hunter Biden's lawyer just responded yesterday.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
With a letter to the committee saying, okay, we'll come in for this deposition. But in fact, we want to make it public. We want to do this in front of everyone, in front of cameras. And so we're waiting to hear back what the committee says about that.
Oh, so yesterday they...
So I don't think they really want Hunter to testify.
They wanted to testify in closed door.
So they could lie about what he says. I mean...
So they don't have... Yeah, exactly. So they don't actually have to say exactly what happened. Oh my God, there's a kitten in front of me.
Kitten?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. Val is distracting me. I don't like it.
He's a number of his family members.
Yeah, and he said he would appear too. Is there progress on that?
Yeah, those are being handled by different lawyers. But Bill, I think what's very interesting about Hunter's lawyer's response here is one, that it's a pretty calculated risky move, and here's why. He knows.
Oh my God, they spun the hell out of that.
That
like it's making me nauseous how fast that was.
Yeah, it's like when you hit an unexpected hill in the car, you're like, whoa, you gotta lift me up a little bit.
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa, what just happened? Are we okay here? How are the brakes? Do we lose any wheels?
Yeah, a hubcap rolling up next to us.
Years before committee, before cameras, live on TV, he knows that the members are not going to be able to help themselves, and they're going to make it all about one person. And who is that person? Joe Biden, his father. They're going to be thinking out 2024. So I think what Abby Lowell is.
Yeah, he better be careful. They might ask him questions about his dad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he wouldn't expect that.
Trying to do here is what he's doing is.
I like how they grab a picture of him wearing a mask, just to, like piss off some dude with a fucking egg stain on his shirt.
They're both wearing masks.
Stupid ass masks. Fucking didn't work.
Putting Hunter in a position where he can squeak by, possibly as a sympathetic character, and he's banking on the members making it about his father. Because at the end of the day, Hunter is his client, not Joe Biden. So it's a pretty interesting move because, again, if Hunter appeared behind closed doors, anybody can pull up that interview. They've been transcribing these interviews, so anybody.
So, yeah, that's the danger of doing it behind closed doors. Anybody could pull it up. So them doing it live on TV in front of people, yeah, that's risky.
That's dangerous right
there.
What
the fuck does that even mean?
Can take those and look at those, and that's when they really get into the nitty-gritty because these are staff attorneys who typically conduct these interviews. So it's not the grandstanding that we normally see in these hearings. They really get down to all the nuts and bolts, and that's not something as a lawyer you want to put your client in a position of doing.
I would look at this, Karen, and I'd say, okay, well, I mean,
yeah, you definitely don't want to. You don't want to do that.
The truth to come out.
You don't want them up there talking about like what happened.
Right. You don't want any under oath and stuff like that.
I would never advise any of my clients to testify to things that they know.
Been wanting him to testify, so let's go ahead and do it. Or is Hunter's team playing a game of legal chicken? And I
Legal chicken? You asked him to do it, and he said, okay, I'll be there.
Oh my God.
He said, name it, big fella.
Yeah.
I'll get an ice cream. I'll get an ice cream cone from Dad, and I'll roll on over. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And then we'll get to.
Yeah.
I guess therein lies the riddle.
Like, look, I'll take everybody out to lunch afterwards. Like, sure.
How do you guys take your coffee? Like, what's up?
Right?
Yeah, it's a very interesting move. Abby Lowell is a very good lawyer. He has a great reputation here in Washington, D.C. He's been doing a number of aggressive moves like this because keep in mind, he's also been saying that Joe Biden's DOJ is being weaponized against Hunter Biden. He's also arguing that Joe Biden's gun policies are unconstitutional. So now he's going to put the president's son in a position before the committee where it's really going to be a bad day for his father, not necessarily for him. So these are all.
Damn, y'all ain't got shit else to do, huh? And here we go. We got a report on y'all. Y'all making me bored.
I'm nauseous from the amount of spin that's going on.
Very calculated move.
They don't know. They don't actually know what they want anymore.
They were dogs chasing a Ferraris, and then they caught it, and now it's like,
yeah,
lick it. I don't know.
Like, what am I supposed to do now? Like,
kick it.
They're saying that Hunter Biden testifying is like openly, open in an open session, right? Mm-hmm. Which is what he requested. They want it closed so that they don't have to tell anybody about it.
They can lie about what he says.
Because if it doesn't go their way, then they can go, well, nothing really happened, right? He just pleaded the fifth, and we know what that does.
Well, the Democrats are blocking us from unsealing this, like
right.
that maneuver. And then Democrats will be like, what block? What the fuck? Blocking? No one's blocking. I don't even know how to block.
So he wants an open session. And they're like, well, this is going to be bad for Biden. Like, are they trying to trick us? Are they trying to trick us into believing something else, one way or the other? Is this a conspiracy against the Republicans?
They're jumping at their own shadow.
Take the tinfoil hats off, buddy.
Oh, man. See, we subpoenaed him, right? And then he's talking about, he's coming in to testify. Now, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? He's supposed to, is he going to, come in there and, tell us? Is he going to come in there and, answer our questions?
What if he tells the truth? Now, that's so bad. So bad for everybody.
Yeah, but what if that's his plan, is to, go in because of the subpoena and, tell the truth? And then I don't like what he says.
And then everybody else gets to ask him questions. We can't have that. We can't have that. This is a joke. He doesn't. He thinks that he wants people asking him questions, but he really doesn't. So he's just trying to trick us. He's trying to trick us all. He's quite the trickster.
This is strategery at its finest.
What's his real thoughts on this?
This is 4D chess judo in action.
We're gonna break out the conspiracy board. So when Hunter Biden got the subpoena and agreed to it, what does that really mean?
They got the war room set up. They got all these maps and charts and shit. And then the phone rings. Hunter's like, "Hello." Yeah. And then that's the end of the phone call. But meanwhile, it's like beep beep. There's beeps and fucking lights fucking blaring. They're on red alert.
There are emergency lights going.
It's the papers flying through the air. Holy shit!
There's people screaming in the background.
Some guy jumps out of the window. for no reason. I mean, it's in the same floor. Right. Just jumps from one office into the other office. Good
There's
stuff.
people just sort of like poking their head out of their offices. What are you doing?
Why?
What's going on? What happened?
And then as soon as they hear, they jump through their window.
Oh no! Oh no!
us.
He agreed. He said yes. He said yes.
He said yes to the dress.
He said yes.
He said yes to this subpoena dress.
They don't know what to do. They really don't. It's such a it's so strange how they just don't know.
Because they're in neutral. Because like they can't really agree themselves on a direction. They don't have a leader. So everyone's just like trying to like cut bait. Like everyone's just trying to cut bait. And then I was like, well, are we going to impeach Biden? Huh? MTG couldn't. Oh, wait.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
She couldn't wait to get her ass out there to fucking, I wanted to do it first. Fuck you, Bobert. Now we're mean girls together. Like, they don't have shit else going on. They can't pass a budget because they don't know how to govern. And that's the fucking, the sad reality of all this pageantry and the bullshit that they keep trying to pull off is at the end of the day, they don't know what they're doing. So like at the end of your popularity contest and everybody buying like their favorite like t-shirts and waving flags and yelling. And,
right.
Yeah, I hear you, but you know this person doesn't know what they're doing at the end of the day. And they're in charge of like a lot of important shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want the popular person. I want the fucking person with like a fucking black thumbnail, you know what I'm saying? And like a little dirt on it. Somebody who works. I want somebody who knows what's going on. I don't care if they're all polished.
It's especially with this Hunter Biden thing and the fact that like if Hunter Biden can get subpoenaed and agree to come in, then that does set a precedent for other people such as, I don't know, Donald Trump
perhaps
to come in and do that. So if Hunter Biden agrees to it, then what's stopping Ivanka? What's stopping Junior? What's stopping Melania? Like they're showing that Hunter Biden, on the Democratic side of things, the son of the president, that he's going in going, yeah, sure, whatever you need. Like I'll get the coffee. You guys want donuts? Like why not? What, like, the truth should be told.
Funny thing in the chat, Al Trucker says, hey, what up, Al? He says, you can't just put anyone in charge of the sewer treatment plant. That's where all the important shit happens.
Yes. Snap.
I love it.
That's
an air horn.
Well, they're not quite understanding how to drain the swamp. They're trying to with Santos, but he's going down fighting, and it's so funny.
And we were talking about yesterday on Speaking from the Center. Make sure you guys check out that show on Wednesday nights. If I think they should be stuck with him with all of until he's convicted, I think they should be stuck with him. If New York wants something different, then they need to add a recall to their fucking state's constitution. Put up a referendum, put in a recall, then you get rid of Santos. That is the proper way to do it. You can't. I get it that he's fucked up and Congress wants him out too, but you are kind of overseeing the will of the voters until he's convicted. It won't be long until he's convicted.
No,
I'm sure he will be, but he hasn't been yet. So, that's just me. What do you think?
So they should keep this to term.
Look, he won. He won, and there's no recall for it. Like, rules is rules.
Yeah.
Sorry, he sucks. Sorry, Republicans, you can't just wash your laundry like that. And that's the other part of it is it's gamesmanship. If he was just, I don't know, if it was Marjorie Taylor Greene, or if she had all this stuff in her background and she was just as vocal and doing the same thing, and the Democrats tried to get rid of her, they were like, hey, you can't do that. You're upset. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So no, I don't want to help them wash their hands. No, you keep your stain until you fix your fucking state constitution or until he loses his next election. He's defrauding your people. Wow. Sounds like every other fucking district in this goddamn country with fucking shitty representation.
What I liked is that when he stood in front of, you know, crying and saying, "Oh, they're those will set a precedent." And what about the other people who have been partying with lobbyists and all the sex, drugs, and alcohol that have been going around? And it's like, okay.
Tell me some more.
You can keep your seat for now, but you have to tell us. You have to give us the dirt, the deets.
Oh, do tell, Georgie boy. Do tell.
Oh, no,
Spill that tea.
Like, no, don't tell us. We don't want that.
But that's just the thing. Like, he ran on lies. His campaign money was from a Ponzi scheme. Like, this is what this guy does. He fits in with all of them. So he's looking around like, y'all not gonna save me, and they're looking like, no, you were blatant and you got caught, so we gotta disavow you. He's like, I'm not going out by myself.
That's the thing about this.
Bring him
that's
down,
the thing about
Georgie
this
boy.
George Santos thing. He got caught, and they're not happy with that.
You were much too sloppy about this.
You're just not good. You don't know. You're just too young. Like, you have no experience trying to hide this stuff. Like,
he tried all the tricks on the first move, and you can't do all of the tricks on the first move.
Like, that's wire fraud, credit card fraud.
Yeah. Ponzi scheme. Like, you can't do all the crimes in the first.
You have to do it over time. It just
spread it out a little bit. It's a little concentrated right now. You got a little hot on the radar.
Yeah.
So.
You need a mentor to show you how to actually do that.
Well, Chris Christie stopped answering his calls.
Good for Chris Christie.
But that's it's funny, but it's not funny. But that is the politic, right? Like, that's typically how these things happen. And as sad as it is, I want them to be stuck with their blemish. The people of Long Island I think they said in his district, it's 72% of the people want his ass out of there.
Yeah.
That means District 3, you need to be taking your ass to fucking Albany and saying, I need this on a referendum.
Yeah.
Now. We need to do a referendum right now because I need his ass the fuck out of here. This is some bullshit. He lied. He lied on his resume. He lied on his campaign video. He lied about everything. And he stole our money. We want him out. There's no mechanism for it.
Yeah.
And if you don't call for a referendum, then I want your seat.
Exactly.
That's how you get what you want. These people are in office to do your bidding, but you need to force them. You need to tell them what you want and then force them.
But I think that has been a problem. We've become, not just us, but, you know, complacent about our elected officials. But then again, at the same time, some of our elected officials have become complacent in their jobs.
Yep.
Like the ones that don't hold public town halls on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That should, in fact, be illegal. That should be against
mandatory.
You should be required to do public town halls.
Mandated.
Public. No private ones, because when we had a Republican congressperson in our district, Michelle Steele, she only did private town halls, which basically was donor. It was just a fundraiser.
Exactly, just a way to raise money.
Yes.
have nice dinners and collect checks.
Are you how much did you give? How often did you give? You got priority to talk to her.
Yeah.
But if not, so then she would do for everybody else, hey, you can call in and, do a message and she'll respond back. No, She's not going to do that. Like I saw my Democratic representative in the 2 years he was in there more times than I saw Dana Rohrabacher, who was my congressperson for 20 some odd years.
That's a very political name. Dana Rohrabacher.
Dana Rohrabacher. He was one of the guys that was named in the Russia, like the ones that was the beholden to Russia one, right? It was Kevin McCarthy and Dana Rohrabacher. I'm like, oh God,
not
yes.
the collusion dudes.
Dana Rohrabacher was the one that was trying to get Trump, like, to talk to Putin, like to join with Putin. Yeah, like, like try to get Putin over to the U.S. So yeah, so I'm glad he got voted out and he moved somewhere else,
away from me.
Away
that way over there.
Yeah, it's somewhere else that we don't have to think about him. Anyway.
Somewhere not here.
Definitely not.
Well, I think it's time for me to go feed a baby.
Okay. Well, we need to end on our last little story here. Henry Kissinger died at 100 years old. Good riddance.
100 too many, from what I understand.
Good riddance. Rosalind Carter died. May she rest in peace. And then, Jimmy Carter's not too far. So I hope his last time on Earth is a good one.
Yeah, he seems like he did all right.
Considering he was building houses for Habitat for Humanity until he went into hospice not too long ago. So he's a good guy. He also got screwed in the end by freaking Reagan.
Thanks a lot, Ronald Reagan.
Fuck you, Reagan.
You spoil everything again. And for all you Reagan lovers out there, hit the fucking like button.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you're new. Check out the rest of the shows on the network.
We can talk about Reagan all day. No, I don't want to talk about Reagan.
Patreon.com/TheBin Podcast. Get in on the ground level because there's a lot of shit brewing behind the scenes. If only you knew.
Things will happen. Things will happen.
Yeah. So get in on the ground level. Show us some love. We love you guys. We're going to raid out with DTL Dabs for all you Twitch people and YouTube people. We will see you next week. So from everybody here at The Bin, we love you. Be good. I can't find the button. It's somewhere. Come on, button. There it is. Bye.
Word.